it's day 11.
Day
I'm getting a little
11.
confused about the day thing again, just because I edit the video with the day before, but it's the day behind here. And I'm like, wait, no, that's Ambah time. Day 11's
Yeah,
Ambah time.
it's much easier for me.
Everything happens the same day for you.
Yes. So it
Oh,
is actually day 11 here. A beautiful
yeah,
sunny day. Yeah.
it is not. It is not beautiful or sunny here.
Oh, really?
No, no, the change has happened
Ah,
during the night. Um, it was probably a little right around freezing when I got up, and it has not warmed up at all. And it is now very cloudy, and it smells like snow. I mean, it's not this
I've
quite
never
the same
smelt the
as
smell of
I
snow.
right, and that's why I can't hardly explain it. It's not quite the smell of rain in the spring, not really like that, because that smells like dirt and ozone, right? That's what you're
Mm.
smelling is ozone. And it's not quite like that, but it's just, I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe someone else can explain it. Put a comment down below if you understand how the snow smells and that when it's
Mm.
coming. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
coming in.
the
Yeah, so
shift.
it's very gray, very cloudy. I have extra lights on in this room because it is very cloudy and chilly. It's right now 28 Fahrenheit here, which is -2 Celsius.
Oh, that's freezing. It's below
Yeah,
freezing. That's
yeah,
cold.
yeah. But I have the
I'm not,
stove going, and I mean, it's warm in
yeah,
the
cozy
house, but
inside. Yeah.
yeah, but I'll definitely, and it's a little breeze, it's windy, so it feels colder. But yeah, I'll definitely bundle up when I go out a little while later. Probably the duck water is frozen. I'll have to go take him a warm bucket. I bring him warm
Hmm.
water from the house.
Oh, nice. Do they run
Yeah.
out and meet you and they know you're bringing that out? Do they get
Only when
excited?
they hear the food part. They're not so excited about
Uh,
the water. Well,
Warm water.
they're not really tame, I mean, they kind of flutter away, but then when they see that I've done the water, then they come back right away and like put their heads in and do their preening thing and all that. I got 5
Cute.
eggs today. I was pretty excited. And one was really small. So it was a one that's just
Ah.
started laying. See what I mean? It was a small, like a teenager size egg.
Duck eggs, I haven't really cooked with them, but they're good
Yeah.
for baking, aren't they?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Because
And I just,
today I posted in the day 11 thread, so you can look tomorrow if you want.
yeah.
Pavlova recipes. Remember, not on our
Oh,
video, we were talking about festive foods, and I mentioned pavlova to Jana, and she hadn't heard of it. And it's
no.
a very traditional Australian, particularly summertime dessert. And New Zealand, there's actually quite a bit of controversy between Australia and New Zealand as to who invented the pav. So it's a national dish for both countries.
So
And
for our American viewers, can you explain what it is? Because I mean, I'm assuming I'm not the only one that has no idea what it is, that didn't know.
it's
So
delicious, first and foremost. It's and why I was thinking of it with the eggs, you use egg whites to make. The base of it is a meringue, but a
okay,
particular kind of meringue where it's really crisp on the outside. So it's a cake, a meringue cake, and then really kind of marshmallowy on the inside. So when you cut
right,
it, you've got the crisp shell and the marshmallow inside. And it's not the most, it's difficult to make a perfect pavlova, and that's fine. It's not about like the most perfect shape cake.
right.
But what's great about it is you can bake that part and store it away and then bring it out. And then the next part is just super easy. It's whipped cream and then fruit. And in Australia, we've got all the berries and cherries and beautiful summertime fruits in summer. So we pour all those fruits on top,
Okay.
and also
On
passion
top,
fruit.
on top of
So
the
you
meringue.
do the meringue and then pile on cream and then pile on the fruit, and it's just this sort of lovely mess.
Wow.
And then you can kind of slice it, but it crumbles by the time it
Yeah,
gets to your
yeah.
plate. So it's just this mess of yum.
Of
It's really delicious.
yeah, it sounds amazing.
And so good
Right.
for Christmas because it just takes a few minutes to
Yeah, you know
assemble. And
what?
because it's hot here, it's a really perfect
It would
dessert.
be because the whipped cream could be, is refrigerated, I'm sure, and
Mm.
cool. But that'd
And the
be a
cool
good
fruits.
summertime, outside picnic kind of a dessert to have in about six
Yeah,
months.
yeah, yeah.
So how do you spell that? How do you spell the name of that? I'm gonna write it down.
PAV, PAV,
Yeah.
Lova, Pavlova.
It sounds Russian.
It is named for a Russian ballerina who came to Australia and New Zealand in around the early 1900s. And so someone, debatable who, created the dessert in her honor.
Okay, now I get it. Now I get the backstory. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. All right. Well, we'll put that name down below.
So you could maybe try that with your duck eggs.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
we've been making a dessert. Well, it's breakfast for me. It's really breakfast, but it's a good brunch kind of a thing. It's called a clafoutis. It's French. It's a French egg. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really good with the duck eggs because it's very rich, and then we put blueberries in it. Usually we have other berries, but we usually have frozen blueberries because I really like that in smoothies and that kind of thing, or my yogurt parfait. And so we make clafoutis with blueberries quite often.
Yeah.
And if viewers don't know what clafoutis is, I'll put a recipe down below, but it's basically like a crustless quiche, but it's not savory. It's kind of sweet-ish egg
baked
custard. Yeah. It's like an egg pie basically, and you put berries in it. Yeah. And I make a whole one, like a regular 9-inch pan, for just like, because my husband's he leaves for work really early, so the girls and I will eat the whole thing. We'll just divide it in thirds. We just eat the whole thing. Yeah.
Yum. Oh, that
I don't
sounds
think
really
he
good.
likes it very much because we make it on the weekends sometimes, and we're like, "Do you want some of this?" He's like, "Nah." I'm like, "Okay, yay."
My son would like that. He loves variations of rice custard, so rice and custard.
Yeah.
So I could imagine you could combine the two. I have done a baked rice custard version. It's probably quite similar.
It sounds yummy.
Yum.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I think I'll make that tomorrow morning. I'll make clafoutis tomorrow morning because it's going to be very cold overnight. I looked it up. It will be -7 Celsius overnight.
Well, it's good with cherries too, and we have some cherries in the fridge at the moment.
I'll send you the recipe that I use all the time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's try it.
Yeah. So and then tomorrow, the high temperature tomorrow is 26 Fahrenheit, which is -3. Yeah, that's our high temperature tomorrow. So, and I don't know if it's supposed to be windy or not because the wind always makes it worse.
Yeah, true.
And
it's pretty cold though.
And it doesn't really matter. It's nice and warm inside. I just keep kind of tabs on it just because, if it's super cold, then the water tanks for the animals will freeze over and I need to go deal with that. And of course we put out extra hay for everybody because ruminants need to eat more to keep their body temperature up when it's cold. And, I just put extra hay for everybody. So
yeah. And they can snuggle.
Yeah. And I'll put extra
today
stuff in for the
it's
ducks.
slightly warmer here, slightly. We've got 20 degrees Celsius, which is about 68 Fahrenheit.
That's nice.
So a little bit warmer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, sun's shining, sky's blue.
Is it windy?
Nice. Just a little breeze. Yeah.
Oh, you should go. Yeah, that's a beach walking day.
Oh, yeah. Well, every day is a beach walking day, really, but it's nicer when it's not windy.
Or raining. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we lived on the Oregon coast, we lived on the coast in Oregon. I used to walk all the time, rain or shine. I didn't care if it was raining. I'd go anyway.
Yeah. My dog loves going, and she loves to swim no matter the temperature.
Yes. Lovely. So how'd you go? How'd it go? Yes. I have a couple of little Christmas pattern thing. Well, it's one pattern, but I have two things to share. It's from the same pattern. This, if you're ready to go on with that, the pattern is called the 7 Wise Santas, and it's available on Ravelry. I'll put the link down below. But it's a collection of 7 little. I mean, mine are small because I used fingering weight, but aren't they cute? And there's 7 little different patterns. I mean, all the color work obviously is not the same. I've made 3 or 4 of them, but last year I sent a couple of them off in care packages to family members. So these are the 2 that I've made so far that we've kept. But you just knit them from the bottom up. You can see where I started. So this might be a good place to use that pinhole cast on.
Oh yeah,
to do that.
perfect.
Or did I knit them from the top down? Now I don't remember. It's been a year since I did it. Anyway.
But if it was top down, you still would have had a small cast on for the tip of
Yeah.
the hat.
Yeah. I don't remember which way I did it. Anyway, and then you fill it with just you know, the poly fill. I just used, I have some fleece from Shetland sheep that my mom had, so I just used some clean fleece to stuff it with. I don't have like a lot of uh artificial polyester kind of batting. I mean, I just don't have a lot of that kind of stuff. And then
Nice if you've got fleece. That's beautiful.
yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
clean wool. And then for the
Yeah.
bottom, you know, you want to use, or you can buy those polyester pellets that are weighted, that kind of thing to weight it with. But I didn't, I mean, I live so far from anywhere. I'm not going to the store for that. So I just went out to the driveway and I got clean, you know, pebbles that were round and smooth, and I washed them and I let them dry. And then I used those in the bottom for a weight. And then I
Good
cut out
idea.
a little, yeah, I just cut out a little piece of cardboard that was about the same size, and I put all that in there, and then, yeah.
So
But
it's
I
not
love
going
the
to
little
fall over.
Santas. So another good
Well,
way to
so it
use
must have been
straps.
open at the bottom to put all that stuff in.
I can't remember though if I stuffed it from the top and then did the decrease. I think I stuffed it from the top.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't remember, but look up the pattern. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a free pattern, but I think it's between like $3 and $4. It's not terribly expensive, and you have like 7 little designs, which I thought was really cool. So,
Oh, it would be fun to use a metallic thread for the
oh
colour
yeah,
work, make it
yeah.
sparkly.
I just
Need a
use some
glamour one.
sock bits. I just use leftover sock bits. You know,
They're beautiful.
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I need to make some more Santas. You know, but now I'm knitting squares every day. So,
How are the squares going?
oh, they're good. They're good.
Caught up?
I'm a little behind. This is yesterday's. I'm a little bit behind.
Oh, yeah.
I'll still finish it today.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what? See, I get confused. What day it is?
So
This
is
is
that the day 10 square?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Which is day 10.
And you're still
Here,
on actual day 10.
I am. Yeah, yeah. So, how's it going for you with your sweater pattern writing?
I did start the black. It's a bit hard to. So it's fingering weight, so it's quite light for summer.
Nice.
So yeah.
And remind us, that's a cardigan then, so you can wear it over dresses.
It'll be a pullover.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing very particularly exciting at this point, really. Just raglan top down.
Yeah.
So I'm just still doing the yoke. And
Sure.
also the hat, the Heikea hat I mentioned yesterday that I finished.
Yeah. Nice.
So this is this will get wrapped up for Andy. Not that he watches.
He probably doesn't watch knitting videos.
No, although I did hear this morning, I could hear the start of our videos, and he actually was watching yesterday's. So what's going on there? But he probably just, yeah, he would have been scrolling through Instagram and it popped up in his stories, so he had a quick little look then. Anyway, so the pattern, that's the original that's written for fingering weight.
Yeah.
So I used DK weight for this one. I just thought, I had these colours that I wanted to knit him a beanie with anyway. These are Kogu DK weight. I can't remember the actual yarn name. It's really lovely. And yeah, this colour I just really wanted to make him a hat with. Yeah. So all I did was knit, he's a 24-inch hat size, so the largest one. I knit the size down, the 22-inch.
Oh, because it's DK, yeah.
Yeah, and then I just did a couple of less repeats of the pattern because he doesn't like his hats quite so slouchy anyway, like some more fitted.
Right.
Yeah, so that worked out really well. So there's the original. And then I also just thought I'd bring back that one with the Advent leftovers.
Lovely. Yeah, with the squishy mohair.
So nice, with held with the mohair.
Yeah,
so my little Heikea collection.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it on the knitting. I didn't do any on the other hat I've been working on, the Kensha hat. I think I'll put that aside for a little bit and focus on this pullover.
Right. And speaking of your sweater patterns, can I just say that I love that you're size inclusive, that there's a wide range, and I love that. And I I feel like as a designer, I trust you because you do that. And so I'm like, I know that you do your diagram on there. I've seen the diagrams on the, like when I go to your Ravelry page and you need to scroll through the photos and you have the diagram and it shows me how to measure and then you have the chart thing. I love that because I'm not a small person. And I like that I know that I'm going to have choices. Right.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, for
Yeah.
me, that's part of what's empowering about making my own clothes. I like to sew my own clothes and knit them because, I'm not in the small or what they call the standard size range. I'm sort of outside of that. And also my shape is not standard. I'm got bigger hips proportionally. So, and most women, even if they are in that smaller standard size range, vary so much. So, it's a very good thing to be able to make clothes that fit us, that we feel good in.
And it makes me trust you as a designer because you have that the chart with such the wide variety. I think that's so yay. Thank you for being that way and being size inclusive for I
which
really
is important
appreciate that.
to be.
It is.
Especially when we're making things and everyone wants to make the thing that fits them.
Yeah, and I think that even a lot of the other designers that I see on Ravelry and Instagram, designers that I love their patterns and they're skinny little people, they have started doing that too, being more, hashtag size inclusive. And I so appreciate that because those people are also recognizing that not everybody comes in the same little package, and I really, really appreciate that as a larger human.
I know, and that's what's so fantastic about Ravelry, of course, that you can look at a pattern and then look at the project pages and, I try and get a test knitter for each size so that there's that good range.
That's awesome.
And then people can see, ideally what reflects their body shape and how it looks on them. And
I always go look at projects before I buy a pattern. Normally. Well, that's not always true. I've bought a lot of your patterns without looking at those because it's a wrap and I'm like,
wrap's different.
Yeah.
But even so, sometimes, a shorter person, I'm 175 centimeters tall, so I'm in between, I suppose. So I like to wear really long wraps and shawls, but a shorter person will ask me how to modify it because it's too much for their height. And vice versa.
How tall is that? 100. Okay. Now we got to convert. 175,
8 or 9 or something, I think.
Okay.
And that's because some people are not able to use Ravelry anymore. I set up. I was like, how can people look at the projects? I wanted a way for people to be able to do that. So one of the things that I've done is I set up a different account on Instagram. It was actually my personal account, but I just took it over with this, called Ambah Knit Love, of people wearing their projects so that people can go there and have a little bit more of a look at how my designs look on other shapes and sizes.
That's a fantastic idea. So heads up, viewers, if you have difficulty using Ravelry, especially since they changed to the new format, some people are not able to do that anymore. Go check out Ambah's other Instagram account. And then, because you could do hashtag Lavella shawl or.
And then there's that too. You can search and find projects that generally are tagged. And that's, unfortunately, not as many appear as connected to the Ravelry pattern pages, but I'm trying to find as many diverse ones as I can to put on that Ambah Knit Love page.
So on that Instagram account that says Ambah Knit Love, at Ambah Knit Love, do you have, how you have your story highlight things? Do you have the story highlight things divided by pattern?
I haven't. That's probably something I could do. Yeah.
Yeah, because then if you had like a little circle story highlight thing that said Inara, then I could go there and I could go through them, and I think they hold like 100.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
See, I get all excited.
Probably be good to do that for garments first, because I think that's, like you say, a wrap's a bit easier to visualize. But for people, I know for me, when I knit a garment of someone else's design, I look through all those project pages to see how they fit. And sometimes the pattern photos, you don't quite maybe get an angle that would help you decide whether you want to knit it or not. But looking at all the projects helps you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I also always go and check the measurements for the bust measurement because I'm not a small person, and make sure that there's some positive ease because that's what I prefer. And I mean,
Yeah. We
right.
haven't even got to our yarn yet.
Oh, I know. I guess we should.
It's like Christmas hasn't come yet.
Should I start today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's day 11, and I have a little
Oh,
ornament
star.
drawing.
Cute.
Yes. Okay. Day 11. There seems to be a fair amount of tape on this one. Ooh, another. Oh, see, that's interesting. That is super interesting. I don't have it in front of me. Do you remember the other day when I had the one that was kind of a gray and it had the speckles and it was called Flower Press and it had
The
those
really
turquoise
light.
speckles?
Yeah.
This is the color that goes right next to that.
Ah.
Yeah, so
Oh.
it's a little bit lighter even with some little darker tones. So
Beautiful.
this is color 15 and it's called Cement Block. So you have Cement Block right next to Flower Press.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good names. Good names.
yeah, that's going to really flow really well. Or, gradient. It's going to look really
Yeah.
nice next to that other one. Yeah.
Well, my one is called, day 11 is pre-night, Pre-night, Prehnite, Pre-night. Pre-night
Huh.
sounds right.
Interesting.
Which I have no idea
I don't know what that is. So it'll be a surprise.
Day 11.
Day 11. We're almost halfway. It occurs to me.
I know, nearly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's
We've
almost
got a green,
wow.
very soft green tint.
Yeah. Is that almost
There.
like a pistachio color? Like faded
Yeah.
pistachio color.
Yeah. Like pistachio ice cream or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no speckles. It's quite a solid. Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
Neat.
and it's very contrasting to yesterday's. Well,
Yes.
relatively. It's not.
Yeah.
Um,
So are you getting some ideas about what you might knit with that? Not yet.
Not yet, no.
Yeah, you have to see what the rest may. You may have to wait till
Yeah.
all of them are open and then just kind of get a general sense of the whole palette, the whole, yeah.
And I have got the fluff that came with it. So,
Oh, wow.
although I was thinking with 4 of those, I'm quite tempted just to knit up a really light sweater with it.
Uh-huh. Oh, you mean just with that
Beautiful
by
colour,
itself?
just by itself, yeah.
Yeah.
So we shall see, but
I have to say,
they
I
would be
have
quite
not.
interesting held with all these.
Oh, it will. It'll look fantastic with all of those. That's a great color to go with everything. I was gonna say, I have to say, I have not in the past been a big fan of hairy yarn.
Well, this is the one that we said might not affect you. We talk about it in tomorrow's video because we meet Terina, who's the dyer behind Love and Speckles.
Well, it
Aussie
doesn't
dyer.
bother my skin. It doesn't bother my skin at all. I'm just not a fan of.
Oh, you're just not a fluffy person.
I
love. Don't you like patting yourself when you're all?
Person. I carry some extra fluff around my center, but no, I am not fluffy in general.
But it's so nice when you can you just can pat yourself. You're all soft and fuzzy.
I don't like knitting with it though. I don't really like knitting with.
Yeah, I don't love it. Although some people say if you put it in the freezer for a bit and niche it, it stops.
I've heard that. But then if there's tinking involved, if you have to unknit and go backwards, what a pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just the cobwebbiness of it kind of like tactily freaks me out a little bit. Maybe I've just hiked too many trails where I was the first one down the trail and got a cobweb in the face.
And you get the spider web. Oh, well, there was something, I'll have to look it up now, about Christmas decorations and tinsel being somewhat evolved from spider web. I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was fish scales.
Oh.
Or maybe that's wrapping paper.
Oh. Fish scale wrapping paper?
Yeah, that's what makes it shiny, is like I don't know what compound it is, but yeah, it's like made from fish scales. Maybe I'm full of it. I don't know. But I was, or I'm thinking of the ribbons, the shininess of ribbons. Like that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
cats are attracted to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. I wish we can just make up lots of stuff and start our own
And everybody's like, they're
Christmas
full of
stories.
shit.
Ambah and Jana's Christmas traditions.
Yeah, Jen is full of crap. Oh dear.
Ah, yes. I haven't
Yeah.
made latkes yet. So
Yeah.
today I think that will be a good thing to cook.
We have some recipes to share. I think I'll start putting some recipes in my daily Ravelry thread because I haven't been doing that. I should have been doing that. Yeah,
Oh, so what
you've
have you
been.
got to share today?
You know, in our family, it's traditional to make peanut brittle. Do you know what that is?
Mm.
Yeah. So my mom has this really super simple peanut brittle recipe that she sent me. So I think I'll throw that in. I love
Oh,
that.
excellent. That's a
I
good
like to make
gift
it
thing
wish.
too, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a what?
A good gift to make.
Yeah, put it in a tin. But and I like to do it with like other nuts, not just peanuts, but like maybe cashews and almonds and
Oh, macadamias would be good.
yeah, yeah, it
Macadamia
would.
brittle.
Mhm.
Mm.
Because the brittle
Mm.
part's really just like, caramel
Brittle.
stuff that hardens up.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
What kind of
Mm.
candies do you usually make for the holidays?
Well, I haven't for a while, although I probably will post a recipe for truffles. So chocolate truffles, a soft
Oh,
kind of cream and chocolate
oh, I know
center with
what they
different
are.
flavors. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, because I've got
Yeah.
an idea around that, which I'll share probably next week, actually. Yes,
Oh, you're
so
gonna make us
stay
wait on
tuned.
that. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Other than that, it's usually more baking. I might bake. Felix and I like to make gingerbread together, or I mean, I don't know what, it was like Christmas Eve at midnight. He started making gingerbread men last year, very last minute. That was
I
cool.
love that. Yeah, I love gingerbread men. And then do you
Um,
decorate them traditionally or do you decorate them all crazy different ways?
all mixed up, crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, on that note, that note, we probably sign off today. We've just
Yep.
got us today, our little video, and then
Yep.
we'll be back tomorrow with an interview.
Yeah, tomorrow will be a lot of fun. We'll meet another independent dyer. So check back for that.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great day.